Okay guys, welcome to today's video. Stick around for today's video because I'm going to explain to you exactly why I get so riled up about YouTube and all of the chartists and so-called individuals that are analysts, YouTube analysts. One of the things I want to look at is a surgical trade that we took on the 19th. And I want to explain exactly what I'm doing. If you're new to the channel, I work on a lot of analytics and I do a lot of quantitative analysis. And one of the things that I'm working on in my free time is actually creating an algo that can snipe moves in the crypto markets, Bitcoin especially, and make these entries that are literally live call entries. And these entries are not things that require you to be in front of your phone 24 hours a day. These are surgically placed trades that allow people to have a normal life, but yet still participate and win in these markets. Contrary to what other people say, I'm online all the time and I'm looking at a lot of these videos, and I look around the crypto landscape and I see people talking about Bitcoin. I see people talking about a lot of the crypto projects that are out there. Meme coins, of course, are very hot right now. The funniest thing that I find is that hardly anyone, or actually, I have actually never seen someone make a legit call and say, this is what's going to happen. This is where I'm going in. I see a few chartists that do say, if it goes here, then I'm going to do this. But I rarely see people call, tomorrow I'm going in at this price. I rarely see calls like that. And, a lot of reasons are because it's very hard to get things done live on YouTube. But I don't really see many YouTube videos actually go into, hey, here's where we went live into this trade on our Telegram group or our Discord group. I really don't see many people doing that. I see a lot of people, though, that go back and try to explain what happened. And, that is one of the things that just always gets me. Anyone can be a reporter, okay? And I'm not knocking a lot of these people because, look, crypto is one of the most interesting things to me that has ever come into existence. So by all means, report on it, because I'm probably going to be the guy that's listening to a lot of these podcasts or a lot of YouTube channels that actually do have that reporting type stance. But the fact is that reporting on what happened in the past is not really going to help people. Some of the knowledge that I find is good, but would I take it? Probably not. Here's what I'm doing, though. One of the things that you need to ask yourself, and it's what I ask myself every day, what keeps me on track, what keeps me motivated, what keeps me focused, is your why. And even if you have a comfortable job, even if you have a comfortable amount of money in the bank, even if you have a comfortable amount of money in the markets, what a lot of people don't realize is how quickly that can vanish, okay? What do I mean by that? I have a few friends that passed away earlier this year. Some of them had their crypto wallets without being shared. That money's gone. It's in the ether. It's completely erased. How are their families doing? How are their families going to get in possession of that store of wealth? No one really knows. What we have to realize is that if your why, and your why changes as you go through different age brackets, all right? If you're a young guy out there, you're very ambitious, your why is probably going to be to separate yourself from the pack. Your why is probably going to be making sure that you look attractive to the mate you're trying to catch. Your why might be providing for your family. Hopefully it is. Maybe it's providing for your mom, your dad, your immediate family. Maybe it's not really attracting an outside person. But whatever that why is, okay, you really have to hang on to it and think about it every single day. So I wanted to preface with that. Let's get into some real charting right now. What a lot of people don't realize with that why is that when you start applying analysis in combination with that why, you get your real reason behind what you're doing. I want to come over here, St. Louis Fed. What we have here is the CPI divided by M2 money supply, okay? And what this means is that this number is going to decrease, okay, as M2 increases. And so what we have here and what is being shown is that M2 is increasing faster than the consumer price index. That's pretty interesting, right? But prices are going up. What that tells us is that as money is being printed, it's going somewhere else. It may be going into paying debt. It may be going into rich people's pockets where they just sit on the money and they're not really putting it into the actual markets. But it is getting printed. The money is out there. And what is happening is that it's not all flowing into CPI. What I believe is happening is that it's going to pay down debt. And with the greater and greater amounts of debt, this is the type of chart that you'll see. Okay, now stay with me here. I'm going to explain something to you. Once this process gets moving, you can see that it does not stop. It is going to be a slope, and that slope is going to keep going until your money's worth $0. Now you have to ask yourself, what's the why? If your why right now is not to be ready when this slope hits 0, and it will, okay, we started at 0.1 and now we're below 0.01, and it's just going to keep going down and down and down until you get to 0.001, okay, until you get to 0.0001. It is going to keep going down because this money is never going to stop being printed. So what are you going to do to prepare your family for that? What are you going to do to prepare your future children for that? Well, there are very limited actions that you can actually take. You know, one of them is being in the crypto markets, okay? And then also there are things like gold and silver, hard money, okay? When you see a chart like this, that means that all-out currency failure is not too far behind. The question is this: what, as a retail person, can you do? Well, you do participate in the crypto markets, hopefully the harder money. You would be stacking that harder money. You would be stacking physical forms of money. And that's the real answer. So that's the why. That's the why choose Bitcoin, why be into hard forms of money. And there is no greater why than that, because as I just showed you, it's only a matter of time. That chart is not going to stop going down into the right. It is not. Okay? So we need to make sure that we're prepared. So with that being said, let me pull up right now our Telegram channel and let's review this trade. This trade occurred on the 18th of March. And not this month. We've got another analysis coming for this month. But the reason why I wanted to go over this trade is because I had taken a layoff from the trading world for quite a while. I was working in tech, and I was getting a lot of really cool things done in tech that really just sucked up all my attention. And the truth is that I missed trading, and I decided to go back into making the algo and perfecting the algo. And so this was actually one of the first trades that I took back. When I test my systems, I go live with small amounts of money. I don't actually test on paper because I want to actually have the realist, most legit form of price action possible. And that would include the ability to have slippage, real-time slippage, and also to have real-time prices. So this trade I took, you can see the precision we shorted on the 18th. And this was the move that we took. Lasted about a day. And you can see right here as this goes live, this is the 18th. We came out of the trade on the 19th, okay? And I'm going to flash that up on our Telegram channel. By the way, if you're not following on Telegram, we have around 680 subscribers, 670 subscribers. When I was really into this, I wanted to get this up around 10,000. So let's try and get this up to 10,000 subscribers. I think that's the point where we're really going to start seeing some real traction behind the calls that I make. The idea that we want to have here is that in one day, okay, you can have a full-time job. You can still participate in the markets. You can still get an amazing return. This happened to be over 4% move to the downside. And then right here, Prym exited the short, sensing that there was going to be a rise. Now, if I wanted to be hyper aggressive, I would play both of these moves. And the cool thing about crypto markets is that there's so much volatility. You really don't have to play all the time. You can actually take very long layoffs, very long breaks, make very precise moves into the market and out of the market, and do quite well. This is not something that is going to be sit on it and forget about it type deal. That is not why I made the algorithm. The algorithm was actually meant to have the highest ROI possible, regardless of the net movement of an underlying asset. Okay, in this case, Bitcoin. So what I want to get across here, and the major thing that I want people to see, is that I want to make this Telegram channel actually have the most precise trades possible, and more precise than any other channel out there. I believe I can do that. We've done it in the past. If you look at the channel, we've had stints in the past where when I was trading full time, we went 30 consecutive wins in trades, things like that. So the consistency is there. And now that I'm back doing this, now more so than ever, is for my own family, for the people that are asking me and my family, when are you going into Bitcoin? Should I buy? Should I hold? Should I not? You know, that question, of course, even it doesn't matter if it's family or strangers. It takes a lot of, preparation and disclaimers to actually make calls for your family. The last thing you want to do is see people like that every day if you don't make correct calls. So you got to make sure that your calls are good. With that being said, obviously these are risky markets. The whole market is just up in arms. Who knows what's going to happen with the cusp of war being right on deck? We don't know about that threat, where that threat is going. Who knows what's going to happen with the possibility of cyber attacks that have been recently talked about. Who knows what's going to happen with AI? If some rogue AI gets its hands on an exchange, decides to wreak some havoc, who knows? It's bound to be exciting, though. I can guarantee you that. It's an election year. It's going to be an exciting run. Whatever happens in these markets, I do believe that at some point we're going to have some type of major move up or down, and it's going to represent a huge opportunity. And the goal for me is to be ready when that opportunity comes, and I hope it is for you too. I don't want to be any more long-winded than I am right now. I'm just really excited to get back into it. If you've watched this video all the way through, kudos to you. What I want to do is show the little tidbits, the things that most traders don't talk about. You see everybody talking about meme coins, exchanges, and having these huge runs of percentages that are just astronomical in return. And what they don't tell you is that for every person that has an astronomical return, there's probably thousands that lost everything. And that's why those markets are not really where anyone should be playing unless you just want to gamble. What we're talking about here, my goal with the algorithm, is precise and measurable, repeatable types of positions. And that slow game is more attractive to me at my stage in life, where I do want to have a family life. I do want to have the ability to have other jobs, whether they're freelance or other activities that don't require me to be in front of a screen 24 hours a day. I've lived that life in the past. I did well with it. It was really cool when I was younger. But for now, I want to still be able to participate, but also have the best of both worlds and having a somewhat normal schedule. So that's what we're doing here, guys. I appreciate you following along for the whole video. Be sure to follow on Telegram. Be sure to subscribe, turn notifications on, all the good jazz. I just want to make sure that you guys know that Telegram is going to be the main place where I give the trades, because it has the best real-time reflection of what's going on. If you turn notifications on Telegram as well when you follow, that'll ensure that anything that comes through in terms of what the algo gives, it's going to be real-time, pretty much right to your phone, wherever you are in the world. So I look forward to seeing you guys on the channel. Don't be afraid to text me on Telegram, say what's up, and I will see you guys in the next video.